Okay. Let's see here. Let's see if we got any stream going on. Yeah. I think their Wi-Fi is just called Get Me a Beer. And my phone has been crashing. It's perfect.
I brought everything, but I left the bag in the free extension.
Okay. Hey there, Facebook. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Okay, we are live on YouTube and Facebook, y'all.
Nice.
Can you just do a little sound check? All right, world of internets. We're getting ready for you here at Lauderdale. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, give me a comment.
I'm trying to find it. I'm on the page. Yeah, I'll probably do the class, but I can do it off camera if you want.
Yeah, that's fine.
But or if you want, yeah, I don't mind being on camera, but that's your call now. Diane, share this with the man.
Otherwise, we'll get rolling. Okay, everyone. TGIF, happy Friday. Give me a hello, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Drop us a line, tell us where you're tuning in from. We're gonna pick up our beers here at the bar. Cheers, happy Friday. Hi there, everyone. Welcome, my name is Alyssa. This is my partner in crime, Gabriel. And my business is called Ales and Asanas. So, of course, ales is beer. Cheers to that. And asanas is the traditional Sanskrit word for yoga poses. So ales and asanas is yoga and beer, and that's what we're all here for, right? TGIF, we're done with work, maybe the kids are in bed, whatever it is that you're up to. And one of my favorite things about the brewery community is that it brings people together. And literally the word yoga translates to bring together or to yoke. So it's my two favorite things, yoga and beer, and I think both are really important parts of the community. And now more than ever, we need a little bit of connection in our lives, and we need to de-stress a little bit. Things are a little crazy right now. So that's what we're going to do for the next about 30 minutes. Drop us a message. Tell us where you're tuning in from. We've connected with breweries all across the country, all the way in Washington. We are all the way down here in South Florida at Lauderdale. This is one of our favorite breweries. So thanks to them for letting us take over their tap room. If you ever pass through Fort Lauderdale, especially if you have a long layover at the airport, it's right outside the Fort Lauderdale airport. And we're connected with people in Connecticut, North and South Dakota. We've been talking to people everywhere. So thank you to all of you for supporting me and joining us. And drop us in the comments where you're tuning in from, because if we reach all 50 states, I'm going to make a donation to Drink Local, Think Global's This One's For You campaign. And that campaign is supporting local craft breweries and their workers who have been put out of business or have been laid off and who are struggling right now given these unusual circumstances. So hopefully you guys are tuning in from all over, and we'll make that donation. So wherever you may be, grab a beer. We'll get started in just a moment. I'm going to take a little sip. He is too. Let me kick off my shoes and get a little comfortable. And we'll get started. And so at the end of the class, we also have a little challenge for you. So with this challenge, we have a prize. So stick around till the end. I hope you enjoy it. My theory is in any yoga class, you can do as little or as much yoga as you like. And especially in this class, you can drink as little or as much beer as you like. So fill your cup. Bring it with you. It comes along for the ride. It's all about having a little bit of fun, but I promise there is some actual technique involved. So sit down on your mat, sit down on your floor, make yourself cozy, whatever may be happening. Bring your beer along for the ride. And we are going to start in a seated position, just nice and easy with your legs crossed. Wiggle your booty down, sit yourself up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back, and place your palms down on top of your thighs. So as we're rooting down through the lower part of our body, that helps to keep us calm and grounded. So for anyone who's been maybe feeling a little bit of stress and anxiety, this is your opportunity to let some of that go. So sit up tall, place your palms down, roll your shoulders back, softly close your eyes. Just take a moment here to notice how you feel, how your day went, anything that's lingering. Maybe you're super excited and full of energy. Maybe you're completely exhausted. Just knowing that there's no right or wrong, and just doing a little check-in with yourself. And we got your back. We got a whole community across all 50 states to help unwind, to vent, and of course, give a little shout out to our friends and neighbors. So let's take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, exhale, and let it go. Maybe even sigh it out if you have to. Breathe it in. Open your mouth, exhale, let it go. One more time, a big breath in, breathe it in. Open your mouth, exhale, let it go. Softly open your eyes. Hopefully you're still sitting up nice and tall. If you need to adjust a little bit, go ahead. That's totally fine. Grab your beer. Give us a little cheers. Maybe if you have someone at home with you, give them a cheers. Don't forget to distance a little bit if you need to. And we're going to start you right off the bat with a little bit of a balance challenge. So our technique here is to make sure we keep sitting up nice and tall. If you feel yourself sinking back, we're going to have a spill in aisle 5, and that's not going to be any fun. So sit yourself up nice and tall. Find a focus point in front of you and really zone in on that focus point. And then yes, oh yes, your beer will already come up to the top of your head. So you're sitting up nice and tall, you have a focus point, and yes, oh yes, you will gently move your hands away from your cup, or maybe your bottle, whatever you may be having today. Bring your hands back to your cup. Lower that cup down to your chest. Holy moly, if that was the most stressful part of your day, you're living a good life. So take a sip if you would like. All right, place that cup down in front of you, and then make your way onto hands and knees. This is also known as tabletop pose. So anytime we're on our hands, you want those palms to be flat and the fingers spread apart. Our shoulders are right over our wrists and our hips are over our knees. And we'll come through one round of cat-cow. We move with the breath. Take a deep breath in, the hips and the gaze, look up. And as you exhale, press into your palms, draw up through your belly and arch up like a scared cat. Good. Now flatten out your spine. Those palms are still flat and the fingers are spread apart. And then extend the right leg behind you. And lift that foot off the mat. Great. Nice strong leg. So the foot is flexed like you're going to ninja kick through the wall behind you. Beautiful. Now from here, reach for your cup with your left hand and extend that arm and that cup out in front of you. Draw the belly up, engage the belly. That's going to help you keep you stable here. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, start to move the elbow and the knee towards each other right at the midline. Good. And then extend everything nice and long. Reach it up high like you're giving a cheers. Place that cup down. And place the hands and knees down. Good. Shake it out if you need to a little bit here. And we'll get ready for the other side. So this time the left leg extends behind you. That leg is lifted. That leg is strong and engaged. Again, the foot is flexed like you're going to ninja kick behind you. And then from here, reach for your drink with the right hand and extend that arm out in front of you. So we have opposite arm and leg, a little cross-body balance here. If you engage your belly, that will help keep you stable. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, pull the knee and the elbow into center. And then reach everything nice and long. Good. Place the cup down. Place the hand and knee down. And then from here, tuck your toes under, lift your hips, and make your way into a downward dog. So Gabriel's going to demonstrate here a little bit, and I'm going to walk you through it. So same thing here. We're on our hands, and we want those palms to be flat with the fingers spread apart. That's your base. Good. So it's okay if your heels do not touch the floor. That's totally normal. We want the chest pressing back towards the thighs, and if that totally sucks on your shoulders and your hamstrings, it's okay to bend your knees a little bit here. Beautiful, but most importantly, we keep the breath moving. That's how we get all of that bad energy and all of the toxins out of our body. So take a deep breath in, exhale, let it go. A big breath in, exhale, let it go. One more deep breath in. Open your mouth. Exhale. Let that shit go. Nice. Now walk your feet to meet your hands towards the top of the mat. As you take a deep breath in, lift and flatten out your back so it creates like a tabletop, and maybe you bring your hands to your legs. Beautiful. Exhale, release and fold. Bend your knees, wiggle your head, sway side to side. Let go of some of that tension in your neck. And then grab your cup as you roll up to standing. All right, how we feeling out there, guys? Give us a cheers, drop us a message. I'm going to take a sip. And isn't that just the good life? Good. So, have your cup in your hand. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms way up high overhead, look up at that cup. As you exhale, fold over your legs and place that cup in front of your mat. Inhale, lift and flatten out the spine. Exhale, release and fold. Plant your hands, step back to a high push-up position. You guys are going to hold that position, and I'm going to talk you through it again. Same thing, our palms are flat. You're strong through the shoulders. Your booty is in line with the rest of your body. You hold it here for one more deep breath in, and as you exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Beautiful. Keep those hands right under your shoulders. Squeeze the legs together. On your next inhale, press into the tops of your feet and into your hands and lift your chest. It can be just slightly. It can be 1 inch. It can be a full lift like Gabriel here is doing. Whatever works for your body. No judgment. Nice. Now lower your chest down towards the floor. Beautiful. This time, keep those legs squeezing together, press into your hands, lift your chest just slightly, and then let your hands hover 2 inches off the floor or off the mat. Great. Now reach for your cup with your right hand. From here, extend the arms overhead in front of you, pass that cup to the left hand, and draw the arms to the side. Place the cup down, lower the chest, take a little breather. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Nice. And then press into the tops of your feet. Inhale, lift your chest. Hover those hands 2 inches off the mat. Reach for that cup with the left hand. And then extend the arms, passing the cup in front of you to the right hand. And then bend those arms back. Good. On your next inhale, lift your chest and your feet off the mat, balancing on the pelvis. And exhale, release. Nice. Press yourself back to child's pose. In child's pose, your knees are wide. And your forehead is down towards the mat. And we keep the breath moving. A deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Great, make your way back into downward dog. So lift those hips, tuck those toes under. Take a deep breath in, exhale, let it go. Bring your feet to meet your hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, lift and flatten out the spine. Bring those hands to the legs. Think about your thighs pressing behind you. Exhale, release and fold. Great. Reach for your cup and roll yourself upright to standing. I'm going to take a sip. I don't know about you. Nice. All right, so we'll work on some more balancing. So first things first, we will go into tree pose, and we'll have 2 opportunities to try this one. So we have a couple variations for you. I like to call it mild, medium, and spicy. So option number 1 is we bring the right foot just kind of down like a kickstand with your toe supporting you here. Mild. Medium, you bring that foot to your calf. Spicy, all the way up to the inner thigh. So wherever you are, that foot is actively pressing into your leg. You're standing up nice and tall. And again, if you have a focus point, that will help keep you balanced. So for this round, we're just going to keep our cup right at our chest. Perfect. So think about zipping up nice and tall. Maybe if you want a little bit of a challenge, you can take a sip here if you would like. Great, and then from here, start to take that right foot, step it towards the back of your mat, a nice big wide step, getting ready for warrior 2. So pass that cup to the left hand. We open our arms up nice and wide. Our left toes face forward, our right toes face the side. And again, here we move with the breath. So as we inhale, straighten the leg, pass the cup overhead to the right hand. And as you exhale, bend back into your warrior 2. Inhale, straighten the leg, pass the cup. Exhale, warrior two. Perfect. So we're going to stay right here. Your lower body does not move. Only your upper body will reach and extend as you take a deep breath in. Reach that cup up in the air. Look up high. Keep that eye on the prize. Should feel a nice side body opening here, reversing the warrior. Don't forget about the bend in the front knee. Beautiful. Bring it up, warrior two. And straighten the front leg. Good. From here, we come to triangle pose. Triangle, we reach that cup forward. When you cannot reach any further, place that cup on the outside of the left leg. Squeeze the shoulder blades and chest open. And we have 1, 2, 3 points, making, of course, a triangle, just like Sesame Street. So I'll face this way so you guys see a little bit what that looks like. Maybe you turn your head to look up at that right thumb. Give me one more round of breath, and then bring yourself upright to standing. Beautiful. From here, put your hands on your hips. Turn your shoulders to face forward. Step that back foot halfway up your mat. Reach the right arm up high, and then start to twist and reach for that cup on the outside of your leg. Oh, that's tricky. We get an extra bonus stretch here as we pick up our beer. Yeah, clever. And take a sip. Step to the front of your mat. We do that all on the other side. So this time we stand on the right foot. The left foot comes into tree pose. Again, we have our different variations, whatever works for you. Let's maybe consider this also a sobriety test. So if you've already been drinking, you might want to put that kickstand, that big toe down on the floor. If you want to be about happy medium, the foot comes to the calf. If you're feeling extra spicy, that foot comes all the way up to the inner thigh. We're standing up nice and tall right now. Our cup is just at our chest. Beautiful. And then slow and steady, we start to take that left foot and step it towards the back of the mat, opening up wide with the cup in the right hand for warrior two. And we flow. Inhale, straighten the legs, pass the cup overhead. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the leg, pass the cup. Exhale, warrior two. Right here, our lower body does not move. Take an inhale as you lean back, reverse that warrior, look up at that cup, give us a big cheers, give us a big shout out, and come back up to your warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Making our way to triangle, start to reach that hand and that cup forward. When it cannot reach any further, lower that cup to the outside of the right leg. You may need to give yourself a little bit of length here. If you have a crowler, that gives you a lot of extra length and space. You can move your hand up to your leg, whatever makes you feel a little more comfortable here. And we squeeze the shoulder blades together, peeling open our belly and shoulders and collarbone so it's nice and broad. Rooting into both feet and using your abs of steel, bring yourself upright to standing. Put your hand on your hips, turn your shoulders to face forward, step that back foot halfway up the mat, take a big breath in, reach the left arm up high, and then as you exhale the right to pick up that cup. You should feel that on the outside of your legs there, your IT band. Bring yourself up, and of course, take a sip. Step it to the front of your mat. Now we kick it up a notch. So this is our favorite balance challenge that we love to do here. Now, what I would love to see is you guys taking pictures of this balance challenge and tagging your local brewery, whatever beer you're drinking, give them a shout out, post it, tag that brewery, tag us, and we'll see what you guys got here. So again, our technique is we're gonna stand up nice and tall. You're gonna find a focus point to really zone in on to help you keep your balance. We're coming back into true. Your foot just being at the calf. Stand up nice and tall, find your focus point, and then yes, oh yes, from here, this cup comes up to the top of your head. And when you are steady and ready, you will move those hands away. Bring those hands back to your cup. Lower that cup down to your chest. Holy moly, if that was super stressful, Give yourself a little treat here. And then from here, turn your knee to face forward and step that foot towards the back of the mat. So we have a nice high lunge here. If you feel a little unsteady, make that front foot a little wider. It opens up your base. Extend your arms out in front of you with that cup. Reach those arms high overhead. Get those biceps back by the ears. Maybe think about elevating the chin and the chest to look up. Then pull the chin down, start to come forward onto that front foot. Lift the back foot off the mat for a balancing warrior. So Gabriel's gonna stay there as the good model he is. What we're looking for is the body to ideally look like the capital letter T. Now, if it doesn't quite look like that, that's okay. If you have a bend in your knees, that's fine. If you're shaking, that's fine. Do the best you can, give it a try. Great. Gabriel hates me for making him stay there so we can stand up. Good job. Give Gabriel a shout out. He's a good model. All right, so let's try the other side. We stand on the right foot. The left foot comes into tree pose. So whatever your variation is, again, we have mild, medium, spicy is pretty hard as we do this balance challenge, but if you want to try it, go ahead. I'm going to go with the medium variation. Nice tall spine, engage that belly, and find a focus point in front of you. Then yes, oh yes, that cup comes up, and you are steady and ready. Slowly bring those hands back to your cup. Lower that cup down to your chest. Whew. That's a good one, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Turn that knee to face forward. Have your cup right at your chest. Step that left foot all the way towards the back of your mat. We're setting up for a nice high lunge. Same thing here if you're a little unsteady. Toe heel that front foot a little wider. Give yourself some space. Extend the arms out in front of you. And then reach the arms overhead. Have those biceps up by the ears. And if you want to give yourself a little bit of a back bend here to elevate the chest, elevate the chin, we're rooting strong in both feet. And then pull your chin down towards your chest and start to come forward onto that front foot, lifting the back foot off the mat. Those arms stay reaching out in front of you for your balancing warrior. Those cups are reaching. Give me one more round of breath. And then stand it up. Woo! Nice work. Cheers. All right. Cups in both hands. Inhale, sweep your arms up high, look up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Place that cup down. Good. Plant those hands. Step back to a plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Nice and slow here. Palms are right under the shoulders. Press into the tops of your feet. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lower your chest down. Start to come through hands and knees for just a moment. And then tuck your toes, lift your hips, come back into downward dog. Maybe notice how this downward dog feels a little different since you've been moving your body, shaking it out a little bit. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, exhale. On your next inhale, press into your toes and lift your heels up high. And on your exhale, lower those heels. Think about lengthening down the backs of the legs. Turn your head to look up at your thumbs. And then walk your feet to meet your hands and take a seat. All right. Take a seat, towel off, take a sip if you need to. And we're going to keep moving and grooving. So, grab your cup with your right hand and extend your legs out in front of you. Sit yourself up nice and tall. Again, we want to keep a nice tall spine. And then from here, bend the right knee so the foot comes down on the floor. So again, you may be a little bit different how much space you need. I can get my foot pretty close here, but you may be different, and that's totally okay. Hug that right leg with your left arm. Your cup is in your right hand. Reach that arm and that cup up high as you breathe it in. And as you exhale, twist your chest open to the right, extending that cup behind you. So turn your head to look back at that cup. I like to call that eye on the prize. If you want to do a little bicep curl and take a sip here, that's totally fine too. Like I said, you can drink as little or as much as you would like. One more inhale, and on your exhale, unwind, come back to center. Beautiful. Let that right knee drop open to the side, kind of like tree pose, but now we're seated. And then from here, pass your cup to your left hand, place that right hand behind you, pressing into the heel of your left foot and into the side of your right foot. Start to lift your hips up, reach that cup up high, again, giving a big cheers, but this time let your head drop back. Open up the throat, that helps open up the thyroid, cleanses out the respiratory system. Beautiful, gently lower your hips. And make your way down. Good, extend that right leg, shake it out a little bit if you need to, wiggle those feet back and forth. And then again, we'll go for the other side. So this time we bend the left knee, bring that heel nice and close to your pelvis. Cup is in the left hand. Wrap that arm around that left knee, extend that cup and arm up in the air as you breathe in, and as you exhale, twist open towards the left, extending the arm behind you and turn your head to look all the way back at that cup. Eye on the prize. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, unwind, come back to center. Let that left knee drop open to the side. Pass the cup to your other hand. Bring that left palm behind you, rooting into the heel of the right foot and the side of the left foot. Start to lift your hips up, extending the arm and the cup up. Give a big cheers and drop that head back. Releasing some of the pressure in the neck and the spine. One more inhale. Exhale, gently lower your hips down. Nice. Extend the legs out in front of you. Shake them out a little bit. And then start to walk those legs nice and wide. Good, so this is gonna look a little different for everyone, again, depending on your mobility and your flexibility. And you know what, that's okay. Don't judge yourself based on what you might see on Instagram or maybe someone that you've seen in a yoga studio or maybe the person next to you. We're all a little bit different in how we move our bodies, and that's totally fine. So what's really important for this one is to make sure that your legs stay strong and engaged and that the knees and the toes stay pointing up towards the ceiling. So if you find that your legs and your feet start to flop in, you got to engage those legs in the lower back and sit up nice and tall. Grab your cup, extend your arms out in front of you, and then thinking about leading and reaching with the cup first. Reach, 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 and give me a little taparoo down on the floor in front of you. Oh, hello, hamstrings. And bring it up. That wasn't so bad, right? That was gentle. Don't worry, we're gonna do it again. So extend those arms out in front of you. Your legs are active. Your knees and your toes point up. So reach, reach, reach with that cup. If you need to have a bend in your knees here, that's totally fine. Just keep those toes pointing up. Give me a little taparoo as far as you can. And bring it up. Not so bad, right? You know what's coming. Extend that arm out in front of you. Legs are strong and active. Knees and toes stay pointing the ceiling. Reach, reach, reach out in front of you. When you cannot reach any further, rest that cup down. And we're going to hang out here for just a little breath or two. So again, we want to make sure that our legs are active, whatever version is working for you. If your legs are this close together and that's as far as you're going, that's totally fine. If your legs are like 180, even I can't do that. That's okay too. Just make sure you stay nice and engaged here. And keep your breath rolling. So even though there's probably some sensation going on here, that's okay. That's a little bit of magic happening. Give me one more nice round of breath. And then pick up that cup. Take a sip, you deserve it. And then gently and slowly start to walk those legs a little bit closer together. Shake them out a little bit. Yeah, shaky, shaky. Wakey, wakey, shaky, shaky. And then, of course, last but not least, because we always got to do a bad beer pun when we do beer yoga, we got to do a little bit of ab work. So there's two different versions you can do if you're at home by yourself, or maybe if you have a significant other or a roommate or a sibling or a parent and they would like to participate with you. This can be pretty fun. If you can get your cat to do this with you, you get bonus points. Definitely take a video of that and tag us. But we're going to do a little bit of ab work. So have your cup in your right hand. And if you have a friend with you in your room, turn and face your friend. And bend your knees and put your feet down on the mat. If you're just doing this at home, you just follow along without your mirror person. Good, so extend your arms out in front of you. The name of the game on this one is to keep a nice tall spine and think about your chest lifting up towards the corner of the room where the ceiling meets the wall. Beautiful. From here, lift those tootsies off the mat. Ideally about eye level. So if you're at home, you're kind of rocking this boat pose like this. If you're with a friend or a neighbor, you're going to put your stinky feet on each other's. Use a little help from your friend. From here, pass that cup overhead and then bring the arms to the side. Pass that cup under your knees and bring it out to the side. Pass the cup overhead one more time, arms to the side. And if you have a partner, try to reach and give your partner a cheers. And if you're at home, just give us a virtual cheers. And let those feet come down. And of course, take a sip. All right. I think we got another round in us. What do you think? Good sport. I pay him in beer. All right, cup is in your right hand. Reach those arms out in front of you. Again, we want to keep a nice tall spine with the chest lifting up high. We lift our feet up for boat pose. If you have a friend, press your feet into your friend. Great. Pass the cup overhead and arms come to the side. Pass the cup under your legs. Maybe you got to pull those knees towards your chest if you have short legs like I do. Pass the cup overhead and arms to the side. Great. If you have a neighbor, try to give your neighbor a cheers without putting those feet down. Is your chest lifting? Do you have a tall spine? Hold it for one more breath. Maybe get those feet up higher and release. Great. Let's turn and face our friends and we'll do one more last little bit of ab work. So this one we have our both hands on our cup, right at our chest, and we'll come back into that boat pose. So tall spine, keep the chest lifted, lift those toes up, try to get those toes up by your eyes. And then we'll twist a little bit here. So take that cup or your drink and tap it off to the right side and bring it to center. Tap it to the left. Bring it to center. One more time each side. Tap-a-roo to the right. Tap-a-roo to the left. Bring it up to center and release. Woo-wee. All right. Now that's a lot of work, I have to say. 30 minutes of beer yoga is a pretty good workout, right? I told you there is actual technique involved here. Now here's the most important part of yoga. We move our body through all these shapes, but it's not actually about the shapes you make with your body. It's about moving the breath to detox the body, detox the mind, and let yourself just think a little more clearly. So from here, bend your knees, put your feet on the floor. Take one last little sip before you lay down. Place your drink off to the side. And then nice and slow, roll down onto your back. Once you get there, let your arms be out to the side of your body. Let your body air out a little bit. Let those feet flop open. And then take a big breath in. Open your mouth, exhale. Feel your body sink into the floor. One more time, a big breath in. Open your mouth, exhale, let it go. So whether you're at home, by yourself, with a friend, with a family member, don't cheat yourself here. Let yourself have just a nice, quiet 30 seconds to not do a single thing. Gravity does all the work. You don't have to worry about your shopping list. You don't have to watch all the drama on the news. You don't have to binge watch whatever it is that you're currently binge watching. Let yourself just have a moment here. So one more time, take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. So I am originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And if you've ever met anyone from Pittsburgh, you probably know we are all obsessed with Mr. Rogers. So I will leave you today with one of my favorite things from Mr. Rogers. And he has some great insight, and he says there are 3 things to ultimate success in life. Number 1 is to be kind. Number 2 is to be kind. And if you can guess number 3, shout it out in the comments, but I think we all know what it is. Number 3 is to also be kind. So be kind to yourself, be kind to others, be kind to Mother Nature, all your friends, your fur babies, whatever it may be. And know that when you do yoga, you are in control of your body, your breath, your emotions, and you can treat yourself and other people a little bit better. So take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, exhale, anything you've been hanging on to, let it go, shake it out. And then hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze, a big thank you. And start to rock and roll front to back the length of your spine. And woohoo, rock yourself up to a seat. Sit yourself up nice and tall in a cross-legged position, just like we started class today. Palms on top of your thighs. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, exhale. Press your palms together. Let your thumbs sit on your chest. And traditionally in yoga, there is a greeting that we say called Namaste. And that usually translates to the divine and unique light in me honors and recognizes the light in you. But we like to drink and hang out at breweries while we do yoga. So I like to translate it as the badass in me honors and recognizes the badass in each and every one of you, near and far. Thank you so much, everyone, all the different breweries, Lauderdale for letting us be here. Acknowledge yourself and everyone across all 50 states of beer yoga by saying namaste. Namaste. So give yourselves a little virtual round of applause. And now here is my challenge for you guys. So first of all, if you haven't, drop us in the comments where you're tuning in from, because we want to be able to make that donation to Drink Local, Think Global. So we're going to be checking all the comments and see where everyone's tuning in from. And what I would like to do is extend one of my Will Yoga for Beer shirts out to one of you guys out there. If you take a picture of our tree pose balance challenge, right, your mild, medium, or spicy variation, whatever works for you, tag us, Ales and Asanas, and we'll post all your photos, of course, but we'll pick one winner, and I'll mail you one of our shirts from all the way down here in sunny Florida. So don't forget to support local, tag your local brewery, whatever beer you're drinking, show them some support, show them some love, keep shopping local, and yeah, give us a shout out. So we really appreciate you guys being here. All the breweries that have been really supportive, Stony Creek, Smutty Noose, Sam Adams, Northern Country, who else? Slow Pour, Craft Beer Cellar, Fort Lauderdale, Minor, Founders, Mountain Lakes, Bozeman, Boulder. We hit a lot of people. And for a little girl down here in Florida, I appreciate you and all your support. So thanks, guys. Have a happy and safe weekend. Be kind, be kind, be kind. And if you have any questions, let us know. We also do a live stream on Sunday. And cheers to you guys. Thank you.